Hey everyone, welcome back to Hippie Warrior and welcome to day 14 or the end of your second week of our 30-day 5-minute challenge. Today we're going to be doing our flowing and improv. That'll be our 55 seconds on, 5 seconds off, and then we'll finish off with our 60-second improv. Today we're doing bearing and lifting. This can be all done, you're just going to repeat what you're done on the ground, but if you do have access to something to hang from or even like a pole or something to pull on, it can add some extra fun. So we're going to be doing what I call bearing and lifting, and that's going to be either legs or arms extended or bending. So bearing and lifting. We're going to start off standing. So go ahead and find yourself in a nice comfortable position, and we're going to go straight into it. All right. So from this position with the legs straight first for the first half, just start playing with how far we can shift our gravity, shift our weight, move around. You can go one-legged if you want. Bum, bum. And then pretty soon we'll start going into kind of like squats, but think about them as kind of improv-y squats. So they don't have to be so rigid. We're trying to play with the different distance and everything we're doing. And he's gonna go right in front of the camera. So you can see now I'm playing with, it's like a nice swipe. Playing with how much I can bend my legs, pressing through them, and playing with that balance. You can even kind of shift, do side lunges, anything to play with. All right. Next, go ahead and set up with your hands on the ground. We're going to think about pressing with our arms. And first for the bearing, you can either keep your knees on the ground or you can float them up like in bear position and start to play with shifting your weight over your wrist. Really grip the ground like you're almost trying to grab a ball. That'll help protect your wrist. And don't dome your back. Kind of let your chest be a little proud. All right. Now for the last half, for the lifting, you may want to set your knees back down. Really start to play with how I can take my weight, absorb the weight coming down, and then reverse it. You can see, even with having my knees down, I can get a lot of play. Back up to our feet. We're gonna think about hanging and lifting, almost like we're doing our deadlifts, but now we're gonna go ahead and maybe let your head hang down. Think about coming up, sideways even. Really start to play with how can I move and challenge myself. Now, for the lifting part, you come down to a deep squat. Send those hips up to extend the legs, turning on the glutes, and then coming on. It's almost like a reverse deadlift, or a deadlift starting from the opposite way. Oh, a little hamstring stretch. Oh, good. Now we're gonna do our arms pulling. So if you got that access to something to pull from, arms straight, you can be up high or lower if you're trying to not hit your head, and you're just gonna pull. Or if you have something to really hang from, you can do one arm, 2 foot, work on your dead hang. It's great for the shoulders. And then lastly, as we get into this, for the last half, now work on pulling that and coming down. You can either do it one-handed or two-handed. The point is to play and explore. Good. Now we're going on to our improv. Ready. And go ahead. I'm going to kind of work through what all we did. So I'm starting off with my legs straight. But feel free to just kind of jump between them all. Oh, I'm going to quickly review. Yeah, arms bearing. then bending. Then we can lift up and even get into hanging. And then we can flow between them all. "15 seconds more to play." Now we're starting to really get into flowing and going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Way to move, way to play. I know it seems, first it always starts off like, oh, this is an easy day, and then all of a sudden I know I'm sweating. It's a nice way to move and fun, and I hope you're having fun too. Like and subscribe, we really appreciate the support. It helps us out a lot, actually. And as always, keep the ball rolling, keep showing up. You are pretty much halfway through. Tomorrow, I guess, is the official mark. We'll see you then. Love y'all.